All right. I'm going to just narrate the action, of which there is a lot. I believe every single lap had some action in this race. So here we go. I'm not really sure how to launch this car, so I had a bit of wheel spin. I saw that the pink car ahead of me, I believe car 7, had a move, so I let them have it. I'm not worth it, or it's not worth the risk. That guy goes off. Okay, easy position, nice. Let's go, keep pushing. The Formula V's, if you are not aware, are all about tow, all about drag. Get in as close as you can, and you will both be going faster than the car that does not have drag. And you can use this, especially if you're communicating with anybody on track. So I'm just pushing, trying to stay close, trying to stay in his drag. I can see here that he does not exactly know how to handle it, because while I'm gaining speed from his car being in front of me, he's also gaining speed as I'm pushing him. So when he heads into the corner, he's going faster than he anticipates, and he kind of loses it around that last corner. So here I make a move on him, easy clap, let's go, no problem. Another pink car comes back later. I honestly don't remember if it's him. This race just happened. I'm still a little flustered because it was that much action. If you could have heard my live reactions, you would have been dying. I made some funny noises. I can only imagine the noises that real pros must be making, especially when you're making a dangerous move. All right, so that's one position down. And I'm keen conscious at this point. Like, I don't want to go super fast because I am in the toe of the guy in the front. But most importantly, I don't want to lose the push. The bump draft? Is that what it's called? Somebody comment down below. Is that just NASCAR, or is it always called a bump draft? A push draft? Anyways, I don't want to lose that. So I try to keep him kind of close, but I try to not let off enough that I'm not losing the guys in front. All right, they kind of, as they fight into here, I get a little bit of, 2/10. Now I'm really in the toe. So now I can really take advantage of the guy behind me. And they're pushing. Guy goes off, another position. For you rookies out there, protect your race. Do not. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. I would rather finish last and not ruin my safety rating. Because your iRating, you can, if you lose 30 in this race, but you place second or first in the next one, you're going to get it back plus more. But a safety rating is such a grind. Oh my goodness. Anyhow, all right, back to the action. So I'm still just, trying to stay in there, trying to stay in the cut, trying to make sure that my lines are good to go aggressive. I see that I have some toe right there, so I just immediately use it to slingshot through, and I'm going up the inside. And halfway through this move, I start thinking, can I take both of these guys? And then I chicken out. I hit the brakes early and I slow down. And I at least get the one move. I let this guy through because it's not worth the fight. I don't want to fight right now. We still got 5 or 6 laps left. It's not worth it. So I keep pushing, keep following, stay in that toe. And you'll see it here as we come through here. I don't really pick it up yet, but like coming down the hill, right now, I'm already doing 140. Usually I barely do a 140 by the time I get to the bottom of the hill. 146 at the bottom of this hill, like you're not, unless there's some trick that I don't know, you can't do it in the Formula V. It's impossible if you don't have the toe. So around here is when I start realizing that this guy's doing the same thing to me that I was doing to him. And if you saw my speed, I dropped down to 130 there, which is less than ideal to say the least. So here I take the inside on this track, on any momentum track, always take the inside, and I let him have it, and we're going to go. And I see these guys are going too wide, and we're going too wide, and who knows what's going to happen. I chicken out. I decide to let him have the position, especially because I know he is making mistakes. I've seen him make mistakes behind me. He's going to do it again. I'm counting on that. I find that's the thing about pushy people or aggressive people. You have to find a way to give them what they want without caving in or looking like, you basically have to trick them into thinking that they've won. And And usually what happens is they go home, and then a few hours later they realize like, oh, you just played them. Like you played them like a fiddle. Aggressive people are super easy to play because they're not thinking. They're just so focused on getting to the next step that they don't of their plan. The next step of their plan, that they don't take into consideration that other people have plans and have the capability of calling an audible. That's where the pushy people tend to suffer, is in audibles. They don't know what to do when their plan deviates. So here, my plan is to push and just get in this guy's head, stay in his mirrors, let him know I'm there, stay in the drag, and just stay in his mirrors. You can see, look at how aggressive he's like. I remember here when we were in my live reaction, I literally was screaming, big move, big move. Like I couldn't believe that guy was going to try that move, but I think maybe he's just trying to stay in the other guy's mirrors as well. But yeah, he was making mistakes. Here, I almost go off, so I really let off. I almost considered gearing down there, which probably would have spun me out, to be honest. So we're flying. I'm in the drag. I see them all fighting, and I decide, you know what? Something bad's going to happen. I'm just going to let these guys go for it. Guys go off ahead up here. At least one guy, two guys off track up there, or back there now. So just keep pushing. When I was looking at those guys, even live and both now when I'm reacting to it, I did not see that change of position happen in front where the pink car went ahead of the 12 car. As you can see, I'm still, even though it looks like I'm further away, I'm still in the drag, right? Like normally through here, I am not doing 150. And normally I don't have to let off through there. I can just kind of go flat. It's kind of tough. This is the first time I've had this much drag involved in a race and been in a fight. So it's kind of tough to tell like exactly how much you're letting off in a moment. I'm sure that just comes with experience. Again, I'm only 8 weeks in. Also, I believe this is the third or fourth split. So I've ranked up in splits now, which you can tell because the racing is just cleaner. And I'm definitely going to get my minimum requirements. Depending on how much racing I do over the next week or so, I might even smash through and get my C license before week 13. All right, so back to the action. I can see these guys they're battling hard, all three of them, and I'm just sitting here thinking like, all right, yeah, keep battling, boys. Like something bad's gonna happen. You can't just keep pushing and pushing and pushing, and not think that eventually someone's gonna make a mistake, right? So here, I believe that guy made a mistake behind me, and I take his position. He locked up. I don't know what happened, but he locked up and spun off, so whatever. Tough luck. See you in the lobby. And I believe at this point, with all the carnage that we've been pushing each other through, which is great, by the way, like I can't recommend enough, especially if you know a person already, but if not, if like there's somebody who you want to take a risk on, you just chat people up and say like, yo, if we get close together, let's push. I didn't do that in this lobby, but earlier in the day, I was racing a guy in a practice session and we ended up in the same lobby together. And we had already told each other like, you know, good race in the practice session. So I DM'd him and was like, hey, if we get close together, do you want to push each other? And it happened. All right, here we go. 3 wide, down into Big Bend. And they both chicken out. All right, easy clap. Let's go. I think Pink just went a little, car 7 just went a little wide there. I think he tried to go a little deep, but he didn't understand the concept of the inside. I don't know, or maybe he just thought he was better. I'm not sure, but he wasn't. So now if you watch my mirrors, like number 7 he is being aggro. He is trying to mirror punt me all day. Every move I make, he's just kind of making the counter move just to show me that he's there. But what he doesn't know is that I have ADHD. So hyper focus, it's kind of my specialty. There I got scared and I slowed way down. Sometimes I don't even know, honestly, in my own mind, if I get scared of losing control of the car or if I just want to back them off a little bit. So I let off a little bit more than I need to. I'm like, all right, they're trying to go for it here. And I decide, like, I'm not going to fight. If you guys can make the move here, all right, number 7 gets through. Number 11 does not. Easy peasy. Let's go. Because don't forget, car 7, I'm better. I actually don't know that. They could very well be a better driver than me. But you know, such is life. Here's the point in the race where I'm making a lot of funny noises and a lot of what I would describe as woman in labor breathing techniques. Because everything's on the line, right? Like everyone's working hard to get their minimum requirements. Everyone like me that's new and has been working very hard for the last 2 months to get up to a C license. All right, let's make the move. It always scares me when you get the slingshot out. And this move's actually super easy. Like you just gotta brake. If you're on the inside, you just have to brake a touch earlier than you normally would. You brake in a straight line, you gear down. So he's gonna try to mirror punt me here, but at this point, I know all I have to do is make it home. That's it. That's all I got to do. I believe this is the final lap. We'll find out in a second if the guy's waving his little arms, but no flag. And I just got to make it home. I just got to park the bus, so to speak. So he's all up in my mirrors. I remember here screaming like, brother, if you make a move right here, you are an absolute psychopath. And he did not, thankfully. Coming down into the downhill bend, and I just decide I'm just going to cover the inside. Let's see what happens. Because usually people expect you to go to the outside, so that means he lost out on a split second of toe, and I just kept pushing and pushing and pushing. P2, let's go. I did get one incident point, incidentally, after the flag went down. So here, people are, leaving, and I'm just trying to like, okay, like don't. I've had so many times where after the race is over and you're trying to just get to safety, even 3/4 of the way down the track, and somebody just appears out of nowhere as you're holding escape and rams you into oblivion and gives you like a 4X or worse. So here, now this guy starts racing me again. And I'm just like, bro, I don't like it's over, man. It's done. Leave me alone. The race is over. So then I come up here and I'm like, well, I'm just going to let him pass. But I forget that the grass goes super wide there. So now I get a 1X for that. And I missed my near perfect race. I mean near perfect because I only came in second. But, a 0X would have been real nice this time of season. Anyways, what a race. Absolute banger. Hope you enjoyed. Like and subscribe for more. Or don't. I do not care. Bye. I love you. Thanks for watching.